You're in the middle of something important. A report, a problem, a creative flow state. Then your phone buzzes. You glance at it. Just a notification. You dismiss it and try to refocus. But something's changed. Your mind feels scattered. Your train of thought is gone. It takes you 23 minutes to get back to where you were. 23 minutes lost to a single ping. You do this dozens of times a day. You're not lazy. You're not undisciplined. You're trapped in a system designed to fragment your attention. Every notification is a vote for someone else's priority over yours. The real answer is far stranger. Most of what interrupts you doesn't need to interrupt you at all. Research from the University of California, Irvine found that after a single notification glance, it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to return to your original task at the same level of depth. Not to finish the task. To return to the cognitive state you were in before the interruption arrived. A single email notification during complex work doesn't cost you 3 seconds. It costs you the next 23 minutes of quality focus. The average knowledge worker receives between 60 and 100 notifications per day. If even a fraction of these interrupt genuine deep work, the cumulative cost is staggering. Consider this: 15 notifications interrupting focused work per day, multiplied by 23 minutes of recovery time each. That's nearly 6 hours of destroyed focus daily. Even cutting that estimate in half is devastating. Your most valuable work hours are being destroyed most completely. There's a well-being cost too. Each notification triggers a microstress response, a brief cortisol release as your brain assesses whether the incoming information requires action. Dozens of these per day maintain a persistent low-grade stress state linked to anxiety, poor sleep, and decision fatigue. Fragmented work is less satisfying work. Flow is virtually impossible in a notification-dense environment. Most people significantly underestimate the cost. Check your screen time data right now. Count your daily notifications. Multiply the ones that arrived during focused work by 23 minutes. That number, likely measured in hours, is what this guide gives back to you. The notification addiction formed through a variable reward schedule, the same mechanism that makes gambling addictive. Most notifications are unimportant, some are mildly interesting, and occasionally one is genuinely significant. The unpredictability is what makes checking feel compulsive. Your brain releases dopamine in anticipation of each check, regardless of what it reveals. This is not a discipline problem. It is a neurological response to a carefully engineered environment. The solution is structural, not mental. Start with a full audit. List every active notification source on every device. Assign each to one of 3 tiers. Tier 1 is genuinely time-sensitive. Missing it for even an hour would have real consequences. Direct calls from close contacts, medical alerts, security alerts, calendar reminders for imminent events. Tier 2 is worth knowing about, but not within the hour. Work emails, Slack messages, messaging apps during work hours. Tier 3 is not time-sensitive at all. Social media, news, promotional emails, most app notifications. They would not be missed if delayed by 24 hours or more. Most people discover that Tier 1 sources account for fewer than 5% of their total notifications. The remaining 95% arrive with the same urgency signals as genuinely critical alerts. Disable all Tier 3 notifications completely. Go to your phone settings and turn off every Tier 3 source entirely. No badge, no banner, no sound. These sources have no legitimate claim on your real-time attention. Move Tier 2 to badge only. Disable banners and sounds but allow badge counts. The information is visible when you choose to look, but it cannot interrupt you when you are not. Restrict Tier 1 to genuine urgency only. When your phone makes a sound or vibrates, it should mean something genuinely requires your attention. If you received this notification while performing surgery, would it be acceptable to check it immediately? Tier 1 sources pass this test. Almost nothing else does. Slack, Teams, and email are the most significant source of professional fragmentation. Mute all non-essential channels. Keep notifications active only for direct messages and channels where your input is genuinely time-sensitive. Set Slack to Do Not Disturb by default, allowing notifications only during your scheduled communication windows. Use the status signal deliberately. A consistently updated status builds the cultural norm that your unavailability is structured and temporary, not neglectful. Communicate your response time expectations. Post a brief note in your profile. Checking Slack at 9 a.m., 12:30 p.m., and 4:30 p.m. For urgent matters, call. This single communication resolves most concerns about availability. Turn off all email push notifications. Email is almost never time-sensitive enough to warrant interrupting focused work. Check email during scheduled windows only. Close the email tab completely between windows. An open email client in the background is a standing invitation to check. During your most important deep work blocks, use a brief autoresponder. I am in a focused work session until time, and will respond after time. This sets accurate expectations and eliminates the anxiety of feeling unresponsive. Scheduled communication windows batch all checking and responding into defined periods. Morning window, process overnight messages and emails. Midday window, process the morning's incoming communications. Late afternoon window, final processing of the day's communications. Evening boundary, no work communications after 6 p.m. This boundary is important both for your own recovery and for not training colleagues to expect evening responses. A deep work block is a scheduled, protected period dedicated to a single cognitively demanding task, during which all notifications are disabled. Schedule one 90-minute block during your peak energy window. Enable full Do Not Disturb with no exceptions beyond genuine emergencies. If your role requires emergency availability, designate one specific contact who can reach you via phone call only. The rule is simple. During a deep work block, a silent phone means nothing you are missing cannot wait. Removing notifications is the structural intervention. Rebuilding your nervous system's tolerance for silence is the psychological one. After months of constant input, the absence of pings can initially feel uncomfortable. The discomfort is temporary. Deliberate boredom practice. Sit without your phone for 3 minutes. The discomfort this produces is the measure of how much recalibration is needed. It reduces significantly within 2 weeks of daily practice. Single task immersion. Choose one task and do only that for 20 minutes without checking any device. This rebuilds the experience of full immersion. Outdoor time without devices. A daily walk without headphones or phone actively recalibrates the nervous system toward lower stimulation needs. When the checking urge arises, practice noticing it without acting. I notice I want to check. I will check at 12:30. There is nothing to do right now except continue working. The urge typically peaks and subsides within 90 seconds without reinforcement. Most people notice a significant reduction in discomfort within 10 to 14 days. Within 3 to 4 weeks, the silence that was initially uncomfortable often becomes actively preferred. The improved focus, reduced anxiety, and clearer thinking reinforce the change powerfully. When the checking urge is strongest, that is the signal that the practice is most valuable. The discomfort is the system recalibrating. It passes every time. Silence is not the absence of productivity. It is the condition that makes your best work possible. Every ping is a vote for someone else's priority over yours. So here's the question. What if you stopped being available to everyone all the time and started protecting the hours that actually matter? What if you replaced reactive availability with deliberate structure? What if the system you build lets the right things through and blocks everything else? It can. The only thing left to do is start. One audit today. One tier list tomorrow. One silent block this week. That's where it begins. That's where your focus begins. If this video helped you rethink your relationship with notifications, hit that like button. Subscribe to Playbook Lab for more practical strategies. The full notification addiction guide, covering the complete audit, phone restructure, work tool fixes, deep focus system, silence rebuilding, and your 30-day detox plan, is linked in the description and pinned in the comments. Go check it out. I'll see you in the next video.